Y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome again. Ron's opinion don't matter. How y'all doing on this beautiful Wednesday? How y'all doing? Yeah, it's a beautiful day. Do me a favor if you guys, when you start to come on, I'll probably mention it again. Like and subscribe. Share these videos with all that you can. We're gonna get into a lot of things. Hopefully, we can get in some questions and get in some deeper information about, whatever. It don't matter. I mean, we always talking politics. So, but, I'm not stuck on that subject. We can talk about it. I got a little cold in this, been lingering around for a while, but I'll be all right. But, just want to say, welcome those that are, joining in. Hopefully everybody's having a blessed day. Again, like, subscribe, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share these videos with all the people that you know, even those that you don't. Help a brother out. You know what I'm saying? But, there's a lot of subjects I want to get into. Uh, One of them is just, Kamala Harris, we know. Trump, we know. Election's getting close, getting real close. I'll be honest with you, I'll be glad when it's over. I'll be glad when it's over. Of course, everybody know I'm rooting for Trump. I want Trump in office. I like his ideas. I like his policies. I know we'll get into it in a little bit about Kamala Harris and the fact that she made a pitch to the black community, or black men, so to speak. I mean, if you look at what she said, I mean, in there, it's not really for black men, but they tried to make it look like it's for black men. But once you start to read into it, you realize that what she's saying is pitched to black men, what she's proposing, but it's not actually for specifically black men. So we'll get into that in a little bit, but that's you know that's the Democratic Party, man. I know a lot of they still gonna have their level of support. There's a lot of some people out there all want a woman president, and first of all, she ain't qualified to be. She's not, like I said before in another video. She's not even qualified to drive a car. I'm sorry, like there's no way you could look at anything that she has said out of her mouth up until this point and think that she is qualified to do anything. The first 2 years of them being in office, they hid her. They tucked her in the corner somewhere and left her there for almost 2 years until the media and everybody started, kind of pressing the issue of where is she? Because this woman literally has been getting paid to do absolutely nothing. She was only asked to start working once they threw her in the mix of, okay, you're going to be the front runner. What's up, Chris Farrell? Yeah, she's funny with that one. She grew up in the middle class. She keeps repeating the same thing, and then listen. I understand when you repeat something. If you're trying to get a message off, you want to keep kind of repeating the same story to try to get a message. The thing is, nobody likes the smell of garbage. That's the reality. No one likes the smell of garbage, and when someone keeps spewing garbage out of their mouth, that's where it starts to become a problem because everything that you say stinks. There's no quality in what y'all did. Y'all destroyed this country. Y'all destroyed this economy. Y'all made so many bad choices in so many areas. It's almost unbelievable. It's like it looks like a personal attack on America. And if somebody say it is, somebody say it ain't. But to me, the way y'all did it and how y'all did it, as far as the Joe Biden regime, about their administration regime, whatever you want to call it, they literally looked like they were trying to attack. It was like it was an attack on America. That's what it looks like. Because all the decisions y'all made, just man, it tore this country up. People are struggling hard financially. Stuff is still expensive. Y'all act like it's better and it's not. And then y'all make excuses for why something is, but never once y'all say, okay, we made this mistake. We made the mistake. Y'all not saying that. Y'all are saying everything but y'all made the mistake. That's the problem with all of this. And I know that she's actually supposed to be in Pennsylvania right now campaigning. But I'm gonna dig a little bit deeper into what she's saying as far as her so-called to the black community. Black men, rather. I'm sorry, black men. She says in there she wants to provide $1 million, 1 million loans for up to $20,000. Right? Now most people are gonna look at that. Oh, $1 million? No, she's not saying that. 1 million loans. Up to $20,000. But when you read that, she said, then this is where people got to pay attention to. It says for black people and others. For black men and others. You know what the others mean? You're not getting it. They're going to get it. Because what they're trying to do in that is include the illegal immigrants. That's why she's saying others. Now, y'all might say, oh, no, you just, that's a conspiracy. No, I'm dead serious. The reason why she has in there others is because she wants to funnel more money of the taxpayers to illegal immigrants to try to get them into some type of business and have them take advantage of that too. That's what that's for. That's not for you. It's not for the black man. But for them, this is what they think about black men. I mean, it's so disrespectful, it's almost unbelievable. This is what they think about black men. Now, she's saying, okay, we're gonna, for the black man, whatever case may be. And I know for a fact that it's not for us. You gotta read it. When you start saying, if you say specifically for black men, and then you add in there for others mean someone else included. That means there's more people included in this than the black man. So that's number one. That's the first thing I'm looking at. It's like, wow, others, right? The other thing is saying up to $20,000. And these are loans. This is not like they're giving you something. They're giving you like a grant or something. These are actual loans. So you're going to loan me taxpayers' money. See, and this is where I tell people, like, you guys are not paying attention to how this system works and what this does to you as an individual. This is the reason why I like Trump's plan. The fact that he wants to try to not tax, this is what he's proposing, to not tax tips. That's your money now in your pocket. To not tax overtime. That's your money in your pocket. Now, if what the Democrat Party is talking about doing, what they want, what's that going to turn around is they're saying is, we want to tax you, give us your taxes. And then we're going to give you your taxes back. But we're not going to let you do what you want to do with the money because you paid it to us in taxes. What we want you to do is we're going to make you go buy a home with that money. We're going to make you buy what we want you to buy. Why? Because that's why it goes back to them and big business and their lobbyists who's going to really make money off of this. You're not going to get nothing. But this is where they don't make money off of it. If Trump actually does what he accomplishes and what he's proposing, it actually gets passed and everything goes into play, that money is in your hands. So let's say you want to buy a house and you're working overtime and you're saving your money. Guess what? You don't need the government. Why? Because the overtime is not being taxed. And you can accumulate that money relatively fast if you put the time in for it. Same thing if you're a person that works on a job that gets tips. You can accumulate that money very fast. Why would you give the money to the government and then the government tell you, we'll give you $6,000, but you have to buy a house with it? A house might not be your goal. You might already own a house. Why are they singling out a segment of people to say, this is no? See, that's the reason why for us who see the policy, we keep trying to tell y'all that Trump policy makes sense. It's for you because it's telling you that we want you to have more of your money so you can do what you want to do with your money. And if buying a house is one of them, now you have more of your money that you get to keep, that you get to decide what happens to that money. You see my point? See, the Democratic Party, them keep saying give it to us and tell you what to do, is telling they trying to treat you like you a child. First of all, they're irresponsible. So they're trying to treat you like you're a child, like you don't know how to handle your own money. Make that make sense. So they're trying to tell you, you gotta give it to us, and we're gonna tell you what to do with the money. As opposed to letting you keep all of what you work for and earn as much as possible, and then you decide what it's best that money used for you, because the government has clearly shown that they cannot be responsible with money, because look at the deficit. It is out of control. So these same morons who can't control the money that they have wants to tell you where you supposed to spend yours at. That's why I like what Trump is saying. No, you take your money. You listen, let's say you want to take the extra overtime and invest your money. That might be better for you. So you have the right to take the money and invest the money where you want it at, as opposed to letting them tell you where the money's supposed to go. That's the reason why I like less government. I don't want y'all in my way. This is why I tell every person in America, especially Black America, you want to make it in this country, vote in a way to get government down to the bare minimum. Don't give them a lot to work with. Don't look for handouts. We don't want none of that y'all talking about. What we want is low regulations, low taxes, stay out of our way. That's it. And all you have to do at that point is manage what you have to work with and make the best of that. If you was not getting taxed in your overtime, you can afford to save some money to buy your house if that may be what you're interested in buying. A house might not be what you want. You might want to just save your money, invest your money. You might want to buy yourself a car. You might want to help your kids' college out. You might want to start a trust fund. Whatever it is that you intend to do with the money, that's why Trump policies make more sense. Because that's saying you're a grown person. That's your money. We need some of it to keep the infrastructure and the things of America functioning, but we want you to have the bulk of it. And we learn to work off of the minimum that we get. That's the reason why the Republican Party is more. I have more of a mindset toward them, is because that's what they want. Less government. That's what I want. And I'm not saying all Republicans, but Democrats keep trying to buy your vote by offering you stuff that they really not offering you nothing. And at the end of the day, who's going to get rich off of that is the very same lobbyists that have been lobbying for them to do that in the beginning, all from the start. They're the ones that are going to make money. They want you. Oh, yeah, they want you to go buy a house. And the reason why they want you to go buy a house is because you're going to have a mortgage. And you don't understand something. You're going to have a mortgage. You're going to have all the responsibility of taking care of that house and the mortgage and the electric and the gas and everything that comes along with that home. The mortgage company ain't going to do nothing but collect interest off of that loan that you took out. It is in the best interest of the lobbyists that lobby using her to bid for their bidding and buying and all of these politicians, mostly on the Democratic side, they lobby for this. And that's why they throw racism in there and try to tell you that the Republican Party is racist, is because if you get on that side and you see the difference, you're going to be like, no, I'm not. You ain't going to never go back. You're not going to go back to that because you're going to be like, yo, they really is taking my money and doing what they want to do with it. And that's the truth. Real talk. Say what you want. That's real talk. You cannot trust. You should never trust somebody. If the government has trillions and trillions of dollars of debt, they clearly show you that they're responsible. They don't know how to manage money. But yet, you're going to trust them with your money as opposed to trusting yourself with your money. I say it repeatedly. Less government is the best thing possible. Learn how this system works. And if you have more money to work with, you're able to accomplish more on your own, by far more than the government can ever offer you. Because the minute the government starts stepping in there, it's going to become with restrictions, and they're going to tell you what to do, and they're going to make it complicated to get it. And it's going to be a whole lot of mess that's going to wear you out by the time you get done. Then you're going to be like, man, it wasn't even worth the trouble. And that's the truth. I'm dead serious. That is the truth. You tell me what y'all think. You on this live, you tell me. You tell me what I said, what I just said, and doesn't make sense. You should be able to keep more of your money possible. You should not be listening to people like the Democratic Party and Kamala, who's trying to offer you this stupid stuff that they can't. First of all, it's a lot to get it done to try to pass it. But at the end of the day, it's not beneficial to you 100 at any point. Is it beneficial to you? All it's going to do is make them more money. See, but if Trump turns around and he gets the things that he's proposing and it passes, yes, they're going to make money, but not the same way. They're going to have to compete for your dollar now. And competition is good. Now they have to compete for your dollar. Mortgage companies like, okay, we have to compete to get, if you want to buy. And my thing is this: I think buying a home is beautiful. So for a lot of people, that's the American dream. For a lot of people, I get it. But at the end of the day, that American dream is gonna have a cost. And in most cases, if you buy a house, that's a 30-year commitment. So you telling me that you're gonna be able? I want y'all to think about this. You're gonna have to maintain a certain lifestyle for 30 years. You got to hope that you don't lose your job, that your job don't go out of business, and you have to go search for another job. And there's a whole lot of things that can happen in that 30 years that can end that could kill that process. And the next thing you know, the job is gone. And let's say we're in a bad economy where it's hard to find work, and you end up having to take a job that's by far less pay. Now you're going to lose more money on the other end. Now you can't even afford to make the mortgage, and then the cost of living start to go sky high. Bam. I have no idea why any woman would want to vote for Kamala Harris. I really don't know. I mean, I know women have a tendency to just follow behind women, and they don't really dig deep into policies. Then they'll pick out something that they like about the person, and they'll just ride with that. And that's just what it is. They'll just, okay, I like, she's black, I'm black type stuff. They don't care about her policies. You know what I mean? They don't care about none of that. Yep. What's up, Poppy? Yep, that's the reason why I keep saying it. When the reason why, here's a point to that, and Pappy was on there, and I'm explaining to you why. When it comes to buying a house, right? If I buy a house, let's just say it's 50,000. I'm gonna use a low number like 50 grand. Interest on a house is compound. If you don't understand how interest work, every single day, that interest is compounding, right? So let's say your mortgage payment, your first mortgage payment is $500. I'm gonna use $500 as an example. Just bought the house, first mortgage payment is $500, right? So every day that you have that loan, that interest accruing every single day, right? Every day for 30 days, right? Well, I think the billing cycles are 28 days. So for 28 days, is accruing. By the time you get to the point where you pay the mortgage, right? You give them $500. Guess how much of that $500 went to actually paying back the loan? Probably about $15. And I'm dead serious. Probably about $15. So $15 out of the $500 that you paid towards this loan, 15 went to paying back the loan. The other went to interest charges. So why not keep telling people, yeah, go get that mortgage. Go get that loan. Go get that car loan. Go get this. Go get that. Go get that. The reason why they push you to spend that way because it keeps big business wealthy and making tons of money. But here's how you flip the script on them. You do what they do. My family know I talk stocks all the time. I annoy the hell out of them. I don't care because I know what I'm talking about. That probably drives them crazy, but I don't care because I know what I'm talking about. And here's my point to that. Let's say a company like BXMT, right? This is a mortgage company, right? Their stock price is, I'm off the top of my head, I think it's about $20 a share, right? They pay out every 3 months. I know it's a little bit, I'm going to say 50 cents a share on that $20, right? So if a person owns let's say they have $100,000 just sitting in that mortgage company. They don't have a mortgage, they have it sitting in that mortgage company. Every 3 months, that company is going to give them roughly about $1,300 in dividends, right? Now, I want you to think about what I'm saying. They're going to get this. You gave them $100,000 because you bought that much money in shares, right? So you're going to get $1,300 about every 3 months. If you take $1,300 and you break that down monthly, that is roughly about $400 and something a month, right? So that $400 and something a month that you took $100 grand, you invested in that company. That's the mortgage company. Now that mortgage company is taking all of them capital that they have to work with and then loaning that money out to dummies, the people that wouldn't pay mortgages. So they're making tons of money on that $500 payment that person made. They only put $15 toward their loan. The $485 is going to the mortgage company and profit. Now you are a shareholder of that mortgage company. So they're going to take all of the shareholders that own property, own shares in that company. They're going to pay that profit out. After everything happens, whatever profit, they're going to say, okay, we're going to pay out profit and dividend, and they're going to dish it out to you. Now, if you're getting $1,300, $1,400 a month off this company, now you say, you know what? I want to get a house. I want to buy a house. I'm not going to go buy a house. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go leverage. I'm going to go borrow against my investments. I'm not going to take out my investments. I'm going to borrow against them. So if I borrow against my investments, now I got let's say I got $100,000. I borrow against the investments, right? I go get a low interest loan because my credit good. Now, my investments is bringing me in $1,300 a month, every 3 months. Break that down, it's about $450 a month, right? Now I go get the loan. The loan is I'm still paying the $500 a month loan. But I got that money coming from my mortgage company. So if the mortgage company is giving me $1,300, $1,400 every 3 months, my mortgage payment is only $500 a month. My mortgage is actually free for me because I put the $100,000 in the company before I went and bought the house. You see my point? That's why I tell people to invest first. If you can stomach it and be uncomfortable and invest first, you can change your life. And I'm just using that as an example. You can change your life. This is the reason why I want less government. This is the reason why I don't want government involved with so much, because the more capital an individual have to work with their own money, and if they have a vision and they have a goal, they don't need government to get involved. They can do it on their own. All you have to have is a few good brain cells and some ambition and some drive and some discipline. You can do it on your own. You don't need government to help you. The reason why they want to get involved because they want to control it, so they can control you and keep you down and dealing with this mess while they living like great lifestyles. You struggling trying to get ahead. And that's the truth of the matter. And that's why I would never vote for people like Kamala Harris. I would never vote for the Democratic Party. And this is just part of it. This is the reason why you have to get out of the mindset of this. What's up, Mike? What's up, talking? You're right, bro. Thank you. This is the reason why you have to get out the mindset of, oh, you need the government. When I talk to people that I know personally, I tell them, listen, when it comes to money and it comes to finance, and I'm not saying I'm the smartest person in the world, but I hit on this a lot. I put my head into this. Every single day, my head is in this. I watch the stock market every single day. My head is in it every single day. Am I the best stock trader? No, I'm not. Do I know everything? No, I don't. Because a lot of things about the stock market is unpredictable. And you just got to be able to stomach the things that are unpredictable. But life is a risk. So if you vote for candidates that don't know what they're doing, it can be detrimental to if you a person that got drive and ambition and want something out of life, you don't want to vote for candidates that want to throw government in everything. You don't want them type of people. You want candidates that wants to allow you to make the moves on your own and give you the capital and the access that you need to make it happen. I'm going to be real with you. I remember when Bill Clinton was president. Now, a lot of people like him, a lot of people don't. But I'll be honest with you, financially, Bill Clinton was doing a good job at the time. And I remember, I'm like, okay, everything was, things were opening up. Now, when Trump got into office, things opened up on a drastic level. Like, oh, man, this thing just popping and popping everywhere. You get something so bad with their mentality, come in office, this is exactly why we dealing with the damage that we're dealing with, is because they go right back into we want to control your life mode. And then enlarging government and all this spending for nothing, and there's no results of it. And as soon as it started to get close to election day, they start acting like they're doing something. Like you'll see the roads starting to get fixed. You'll see all this construction going on. For the first 3 years, you don't see it. And then all of a sudden, then once it starts to get close, oh, we got to spend some money to show people what we're doing. It's the same game every time. It's the same. It never changes. So when you start talking about people like, first of all, Kamala Harris not qualified. I'm sorry. She ain't qualified to drive a car. I'm dead serious. I'm surprised she can walk. That's how stupid I think she is. Now, everybody else might say, oh, no, she's not. No, to me, she is that stupid. I don't think she's qualified to walk. I think when she takes 2 steps, she have to think about the 3rd step she's about to take because she might fall. That's how dumb I think she is. Take it for what you want. So I'm not voting for nobody like that. And that's fair. And you see how every time she does interviews and they give her soft questions, they be trying to help her in the interview. Oprah, all of them. They trying to help her. They trying to give her help and give her hints and clues and stuff like that. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, I'm like, wow, y'all want people to vote for this? No, I'm serious. I'm done. I'm not even riding that train. And that's why I know personally how much more effective Trump policies would be for American citizens. Every American citizen. It doesn't matter what your skin color is. Every American citizen. If you go to work every day and you say, you know what, I'm going to stay here, put a little overtime in. I got a goal in mind. I got some things I want to try to do. If you go into that mentality and you say, okay, now, once I go into overtime, there's no more tax on that tip. Let's say you somebody that's making, let's say you make I'm going to go with $15 an hour, right? You go into overtime, now you're getting time and a half. Now you like $20-something an hour, right? Now, let's say you stay 10 hours a week. That adds up. And you say, you know what? I'm going to stack all my overtime. Why? Because I got a goal in mind. I want to start my own business. I want to buy a house. I want to do this. I want to have some more money to invest. I got this. I got that. You can stack your money much faster. And let's say you work in a job where you're getting no tax on your tips and no tax on your overtime. It's game. You changing the game at that point. My thing is, maybe you don't want none of that. Maybe you just want to go out and enjoy your money. That's the freedom in that. That's the reason why Trump policies, to me, just them pointing out those two makes sense. But here's what the Democratic Party think of you as a black person. The first thing she said, she wanted to give out 1 million loans. Let's listen to the wording. 1 million loans, up to $20,000. Number one, it's a loan, so that's not helping you because the interest is going to kill you. You're going to be working your behind off, and the banks are going to make all the money. That's stupid in itself. But let's look at the other thing that they said. She said, blacks, entrepreneurs, and others. Pay attention to the others because I'm telling y'all that the others means someone else, not you. More likely illegal immigrants and somebody else. By the time you get ready to get your hands on that bread, it's guess what's going to be? The well going to be dry. Before they let you know how to get it, the well going to already be dry and you ain't going to get a dime out of it. Because here's what's going to happen. For those black people that's going to go vote that way because they think they're going to get something out of it, by the time they get to you, that even if you had thought you could use that for whatever reason, by the time it gets to the black neighborhood, the well going to be dry and ain't going to be nothing left. They're going to say, oh, we done already loaned out to 1 million people. It's too late. They're not going to pour it out in your neighborhood. They're going to give it to their cronies and their buddies' children, and they're going to give it to these illegal immigrants and everybody. Why? Because they're out here trying to purchase votes, not trying to build communities. The next thing she put on here, and this is the part that's the most insulting. Legalize recreational marijuana so that to help black men get started in their own business. Now, I don't smoke marijuana. So why are you immediately assuming that all black men wants to be in the marijuana business? These people can't get no more racist. When they start talking about racist, they do all the racist stuff. The Democratic Party does all the racist stuff because they keep acting like black people can't do it on their own. Now, here's the thing. Here, the marijuana business. This is how stupid they are. If I'm on this, again, I tell people all the time, the stock market is my number one educator. Anybody ever invested money in marijuana, they lost a lot of money. If you put more stock in marijuana instead of marijuana stock is like in the trash right now. And here's the reason why marijuana is going to be hard to make money. Now, if she tried to legalize it, that will open up the market more and it might sell more. But the problem with marijuana is the regulations. And this is what Trump keeps talking about, cutting out all these regulations that they do to make it hard to do business. The regulations in the marijuana business are going to kill you. The streets, the people who sell marijuana on the street. Oh, really? See, that part I did not know. He said it takes over $1 million to start a marijuana business. Now, here's the thing. The streets is going to always beat the stores when it comes to selling marijuana. Okay, cool. And he said legal wise. And I, you know what, I'm not in the marijuana business. So, but my thing is this part about the marijuana business, I do know because I had stock in them. And the regulations that they put into and all of the stuff that's built around trying to get started in that business will kill you before you even get started. Because the government going to regulate everything. And then they're going to tax it to the point where you'll be working for the government getting more of your money than you getting. And my thing is this: you keep thinking all black people, that's all they know how to do is sell drugs. That's the insult right there. It's to sell marijuana. Oh, all black people want is marijuana. Really? It's like, oh my God, y'all think the Democratic Party think very little of black people. Very little. They don't give you credit for nothing. And listen, I don't get it. They don't give you credit they don't think you have the brain cells to do anything on your own, and they keep offering you things so that you can continue to stay in, so they can continue to control how you move and how you do things. And that's the truth of the matter. That's the truth of the matter. Now she says she want to protect crypto. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna tell you what that means when they say protect crypto. They want to monitor it. They want to monitor. If you have money invested in crypto, they want to monitor it. They full of crap. That's why when these people write these policies, you really have to pay close attention to what they're really saying, because some of these people are using lawyers and all of these people, and the worst stuff is they know the average person is not going to pay attention to the details. That's why a lot of rappers, when they started getting these contracts and they was getting burnt, because what they saw was $1 million. They didn't see all the costs involved. And then by the time they made this music and got out here in this industry, next thing you know, they trying to figure out why they broke and why. Well, you should have read the fine print. And then in this little statement that they made on Kamala Harris's side, I'm trying to tell y'all, none of this is good for Black America or anyone. None of it. And I gave you all the reasons prior to what I said why. None of it is good for that. Not one bit. And my thing is this: even if you thought you could do that, why you haven't done that in the last 4 years you've been there? You wait 2 weeks, 3 weeks before you about to hit an election and say, oh, we want to offer the black community something. You waited all the way up to this point where after Obama said the stupid stuff he said out of his mouth, you've seen how it pissed black people off, and now you want to try to clean it up with some bull crap, because none of this is offering you anything. And see, this is the reason why I like the way Trump comes off, because he respects you enough. Thanks. He respects you enough to say, listen, I'd rather you have your money and let you do it yourself. And then let us sit back and watch the outcome of that. And that's why the economy was thriving, because a lot of black people were starting out doing businesses, creating stuff. And then Joe Biden came in and killed all that. Killed all that. You were just getting started. It was like, oh man, I'm on the road. I got this going. And then Joe Biden killed this economy. And next thing you know, people stopped spending. The Feds had to jump in and say, oh, too much. You guys are printing and you're just putting out, you're flooding the market. Now the value of the dollar is draining. So now we got to come in, we got to raise interest rate, we got to drain this economy, because Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, these stupid idiots, have made a big mistake. I mean, it's way more to it than that. I mean, them blowing up the pipeline, and then now you got to go to other countries for gasoline and some resources and stuff. And they say, okay, y'all ain't got none. Now we're going to charge you up for it. This is how dumb these people are. So when Trump says a lot of stuff when he's doing his rallies and he's saying this stuff, I know what he's talking about. They are that dumb. And for us to continue, for any black people to continue to vote this way, you get what you get. And that's the truth of the matter. You get what you get. Now, I'm going to touch on this last subject before I get a couple of little things, and I'm going to be getting out of here. I'm going to leave y'all alone. But the other thing I wanted to touch on was this, is that they were talking about crime is down. Yes, she is the great pretender. They talking about crime is down, right? Now, here's what everybody forgot about. They forgot about in California, like if you go into California and you steal something, you just walk in and take it. As long as the value is under $1,000, they ain't going to do nothing about it. Now, it used to be $250. Same thing in Philadelphia. Now they raised that up so that If you steal this much money and it has this much value, they ain't gonna do nothing about it. They did that so it make it look like crime is down. When in reality, how is crime is down when I see videos of people flooding into a store and taking everything? Make that make sense. How is crime down? So y'all didn't count the 500 people that ran into one of these malls and ran into Gucci shops and stuff, took all of this stuff out of there, ran out. So y'all didn't count that? They did like a whole year's worth of crime in one day. And y'all not going to count that. Okay. I said, this is what the Democrats do, is they act like it don't exist. They act like it's not there. They want you to believe that they don't want you to, you see it happening, but they want to talk like it's not there and it's not going on. But, it is what it is. I'm not voting that way no more. I'm good. It's just ridiculous. And then the other thing I wanted to touch on is, I don't know if you guys I don't watch The View, but I've seen a little bit, and there's a little small skit that I put on a short there with one of the people from The View talking about calling black men crazy black men because they voted for Trump. And this will be my first year for voting for Trump. But they saying that about black men. She insulting black men because they voted for Trump. So you have no respect for black men. Your whole determination of a black man and his mentality and everything about him is down. You have no respect for them because they made a choice to vote for somebody they wanted to vote for. So let's just say a billionaire. Let's take any billionaire that's black, or a millionaire that's black, who got his own company, own business, very successful, whatever. They vote for Trump, but he's a crazy idiot. Yeah, okay. So this is what the Democratic Party and all of them on that side, that's what they think of you. They love to insult black people like we don't have it in our own head. And there might be a few of us that don't, but it ain't me. And that's real talk. Truth of the matter, that's real talk. I'm not going that route. But before I close, I want to tell y'all this. Earlier today, I had a lady knock on the door. And I'm like, okay, I'll go ahead and answer the door, open the door up. And she hands me this. And I want to show y'all this. I want to show you. She hands me this. And I'm like, oh, snap, that's nice. I think it's some socks. I haven't opened it up, but I think it's some socks. Now, her reasons, this is why I think Trump supporters are so nice. All of them. I'm not going to say every single one, but the majority of the Trump supporters, this is what you get out of them. Now, she knocks on the door, and her reason for doing it is because she's seen the Trump signs outside. That's it. She's seen the Trump signs outside. And she was like, no, I seen y'all got Trump, and your neighbor got Trump. We Trump supporters. We love her. We love our community. Blah, blah, blah. She had this nice Jeep outside, whatever, and then somebody else was in the car. She was like, I felt like I wanted to give y'all something and supported that. Nope, can't have them. So, but they already spoken for, sorry. But this is what I got out of them. This is what Trump supporters are like. And that's why I tell black people, don't assume don't look at what you see in the media. Because the minute I started saying, you know what, I'm going to go to a rally, and I did. I went to 2 of them, actually. And I found out that this is exactly how majority of them are. They're very nice. If you go to gun shows, you're going to run into a lot of Trump supporters. They're very nice. They all want to have conversation, man. They don't care. They want to talk, whatever the case may be. And they don't even care if you're not. They don't care if you're a Democrat. They just love to talk. They want to mingle, have conversation, share information, share knowledge, whatever the case may be. And this is the example of it. You know what I mean? And, and not so long ago, my buddy Sean, you know what I mean? I consider him a friend, and, a very close friend at this point. But, Trump supporter, just wanted to do something nice. Me and him hooked up, and, we went fishing, man. He paid for the whole bill. He didn't be like, no, I'm good. I mean, I paid for my food on the way down and whatever, and I had to drive to his house. But he's like, no, I got you, man. This is what they are. This is Trump supporters. This is the type of people they are. And they willing to talk to you, share information, bounce off ideas, and none of them was looking for nothing in return. And that was the second time he did. He took me out, me and my cousin went, sat down one, and we had a good time, man. Pay for the whole meal. Didn't have to. And this is the Trump supporters that I'm talking about. This is what the media never tell you about. This is what they are. Majority of them. I'm not saying 100%. But majority of them, listen, I love being around Trump supporters because I like their mentality. They're beautiful people. And I became one of them. Real talk. I became one of them. Why? Because I like being around good people, positive people that motivate you. You know what I mean? They don't talk, they don't look at you, they don't talk to you like you stupid like the Democratic Party do. Like you need them for something. Nah, they just want to have a good time. They don't hang out, whatever case may be. Cool. Down to earth, real common sense people. And I'm telling you, that's in that majority of them, that's what it is. And listen, most of my friends are all black. Matter of fact, I might be racist. And Sean is probably the only white person that I'm friends with. And that's the truth. You know what I mean? So I might be racist. I don't know. I'm just kidding around when I'm not. But my point is that all of my friends are black. And Sean is literally the only white friend that I have right now. And so when I hear like people joke around and say, "Oh, if you only had one," about white people, if you only had one black white person, you definitely racist. All right, well, what does that say for me? No, I'm just kidding around, man. Just trying to have a good time, whatever. But I appreciate everybody that was on this live. Like I always tell people, if you don't have Jesus Christ in your life, please get him. I mean, you don't know what tomorrow ain't promising none of us. And believe me when I tell you, he is a life changer. He's been with me 100% of the way. Even when I screwed up big time, he was right there saying, "Son, it's going to be okay. I'm right here and I will carry you all the way." And I appreciate everything that God has ever done for me in my life. And I thank him every single day. And I suggest that if you don't have Jesus Christ, get him in your life, man. And I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of what you see sometimes with religious people is not what Jesus Christ is, man. Believe me, a lot of what you think you see with people that run, and I'm not criticizing anybody go church stuff, but what I'm trying to say, a lot of what you see in people like that is not what Jesus Christ is. Some of that is a lot far from what he really is. Believe me, when you're in a dark place in your life, he right there. When you're in a place where you feel like it is game over, he right there. And he will carry you out of that, man, and you'll look back and be like, wow, I thank God that he was with it, that he didn't leave me. When he could have just gave up on me, but he didn't. And then, and I'm going to close with that. And love God, love each other, and y'all have a blessed day. Appreciate y'all hanging on live. Remember to like and subscribe and share this video. Go back and watch him a couple of times. You might learn something. Peace. Have a good one.